The Geißenklösterle cave is situated near the village of Weiler in Ach Valley, close to the town of Blaubeuren in the Blau Valley in Germany. It is part of widespread drainage basin of the Proto-Danube river system. The Geißenklösterle cave is part of once much more widespread cave system, which had already collapsed long before the first human occupation. The remains of large rock cavern, including a rock arch, are visible today. This archaeological site yields several works of figurative art, a half-relief of a bison and a full reliefs of a mammoth and a bear, all made of mammoth ivory. In 1979, in the darkness of the cave, a mammoth ivory with a depiction of a human figure was found. Its archaeological context indicates a date within our origination period, around 40 to 35,000 years old. It is in Württemberg Lanze Museum in Stuttgart. It was discovered in an ashy bone layer near a possible hearth. Unfortunately, the surface of this small, flat segment of ivory is in very poor condition. It's one of the oldest, most impressive, and most mystifying statuette from the Ice Age. The front face has a human figurine of uncertain sex in relief, with raised arms and outstretched legs, but no hands. The posture is usually interpreted as an expression of worship, which is why in German the figurine is called the Adorant, a word meaning worshipper. On the plate's backside, are rows of small dots, possibly a simple astronomical observation. There's 88 of them in total. It has some significance to its creator. There is a hypothesis that the arrangement of the dots on the plate suggests a time-related sequence. It's also aligned with the period when the star Betelgeuse in Orion constellation disappeared and reappeared annually. The 9-month visibility of Orion corresponds to human pregnancy duration. The sun rises in early summer may have influenced a rule of thumb for timing conception to ensure birth after severe winters. Additionally, there is a resemblance between the figurine and the constellation Orion, but to be honest, it's just a guesswork. It could mean everything else and nothing at all. We just don't know. In addition, lines were cut into the sides as well as on one arm. No one could tell was it deliberate or it was damaged by time or even passing through hands of endless owners. The piece is 38 mm tall, 14 mm wide, and 4.5 thick. The traces of red ochre can be found on it by microscopic analysis. The figurine stands erect with legs apart and a tail-like extension down between its legs. It may depict a hybrid creature similar to the Lion Man. We know that these people created dual characters, similar to the cave paintings in France. I will talk about them in later episodes. Nonetheless, the Adorant ivory plate is exceptional artwork illustrating the highly developed cognitive and aesthetic abilities of Paleolithic cultures. I imagine Amuil, a sturdy man with determination etched into the lines of his face, was about to embark on a journey of hope and trepidation. The winds of change carried the news that Anda, his beloved, was to bring forth a new life into their clan. For Amuil, the impending arrival of a child brought a mixture of joy and anxiety. The sense of loss loomed over him like a hunter. He had once known the bliss of fatherhood, only to have it cruelly snatched away. His previous woman, and the child she carried, had departed from this world, leaving Amuil with wounds that time struggles to heal. The clan's shaman, a wise woman in the bear furs, with a bear head on her head, gathered the community in a sacred circle. The fire dance, casting shadows on the cave walls as the shaman chanted prayers, invoking the spirits for a safe delivery. The prayers echoed through the cave, a plea for a healthy child and a mother. It has been a long time since the clan has celebrated new life. The memory of past tragedies lingered, etched into collective consciousness like scars. 4 women and their babies has perished during childbirth, the once joyous occasion. Amuil carved days, months, into ivory, and counted day till his beloved will give them a child. He put his trust into the shaman woman and her prayers. Day by day, while taking care of Anda, he would be by her side and listen to her complaints about swollen feet and back pain. Anda was scared if she would die, as 4 women before her. Amuil watched and observed how shaman woman prayed to the spirits, and he carved her too in the back of his small ivory carving where he counted days and months of pregnancy. As Anda's belly swelled with life, the clan witnessed a blessing from the spirits. The abundance of deer grazed in the nearby valley, ensuring sustenance for the clan. The scent of roasting meat filled the air, a celebration of life that mingled with invocations of the shaman. Amuil's heart beat with both anticipation and fear. He counted the days and months, each one a step closer to the unknown. The clan gathered around him and Anda, offering support and guidance. The older woman, who had weathered the storms of life, shared her wisdom, and Amuil's friend, a hunter, stood by his side, his presence a silent reassurance. Amidst the challenges and uncertainties, Amuil and Anda found solace in the warmth of their clan. The heart of the community burned bright, a beacon of unity that dispelled the shadows of the past. Together, they faced the imminent arrival, knowing that the collective strength of the clan would guide them through the fragile dance of life and death. The delivery day came. As Anda labored, surrounded by chants of the shaman and the supportive whispers of the clan, Amuil's heart swelled with a mixture of emotions. The spirit listened. In the flickering light of a cave, a cry echoed, a cry that carried the promise of a new beginning. The baby boy survived. Anda was exhausted but happy. She was smiling while the baby was crying. The clan held a collective breath for 9 months. Now they could breathe. Amuil put his carving into his pouch, praying silently to the spirits and thanking them for the survival of both Anda and his boy that he is yet to name. This is the second story about the creation of artworks from the Paleolithic. As I mentioned before, we don't know anything about the creators of these carvings. We are guessing. We don't know anything about artist motives, nor we don't know about artist's need to carve the statue. I hope you like my imagination of the story behind the creation of this statue. This concludes this episode. I don't know what else to say in this episode. I want to thank you for joining and listening. I hope I inspired you. I hope you learned something.